It was a quiet morning on the campus of North Valley University. Birds chirped, students shuffled to classes, and the usual calm hung in the air. But room 207 of the girls' hostel was unusually silent. Anam Malik, a brilliant final-year psychology student, hadn't shown up for her morning lecture. Neither had she replied to her best friend Sarah's messages since last night. At first, no one thought much of it. Students skipped class all the time. But Sarah knew something wasn't right. Anam was never late. She never missed a class. And above all, she never ignored her phone. Sarah hurried to the hostel, heart pounding. When she reached Anam's room, she found the door slightly open. The bed was untouched, the table lamp was still on, and her books were neatly stacked. But Anam was nowhere to be found. The door had been locked from the inside all night, according to the security log. The window was shut. No signs of a struggle, no cries for help. Just one mystery. How could someone vanish from a locked room? Campus security was called. They scanned the room carefully. Nothing seemed disturbed. Anam's clothes hung neatly in the closet. Her handbag, phone, and ID card were still on the desk. Only her shoes were missing. The CCTV footage showed her entering the hostel the previous evening at 7:43 p.m. She waved at the warden, smiled like always, and went up to her room. After that, nothing. No one saw her leave. No one heard a sound. The security guard on duty swore he hadn't left his post. The hostel was locked at 10 p.m. Anam had vanished sometime between sunset and sunrise. But how could someone disappear without a trace? From a room locked from the inside. The mystery deepened. The police were called in. What they found next raised more questions than answers. Footprints to nowhere. Forensics examined every inch of the room. On the window's inside sill, they discovered a faint, dusty footprint, as if someone had stood there. But the window led to a steep drop 4 floors down. No ladder, no rope, no support. Impossible. Meanwhile, Anam's friends recalled that she had been anxious in recent weeks. She talked about feeling watched. She once mentioned to Sarah, "Sometimes I feel like someone's waiting for me when I'm alone." The university staff tried to stay calm, but word spread fast. Whispers filled the halls. Was it a kidnapping? A staged disappearance? Or something darker? Something no one was willing to say out loud. The visitor in the shadows. Then came the first real lead. A blurry figure was caught on a distant security camera near the rear fence of the hostel at 3:17 a.m. Too dark to make out the face, too quick to trace, and then the journal. Hidden beneath Anam's mattress, the police found a diary. Her entries started normal, but the last 2 weeks were disturbing. She wrote of dreams, dark hallways, muffled voices, someone knocking at her window at night. The final page read, "If something happens to me, don't trust what you see. Find the girl in the library." But no one knew what that meant. The girl in the library. Officers searched the library. There was no girl. But the librarian recalled something strange. 2 nights ago, Anam had come in late, nervous, and met a first-year student, a quiet girl named Miriam, who was rarely seen around campus. When they found Miriam, she was trembling. After a long pause, she whispered, "Anam told me she was followed by someone from her past. Someone who wasn't supposed to know where she was. She made me promise, if she disappeared, I had to give this to the police." It was a flash drive, encrypted. When the forensics team unlocked it, a grainy video played. The room was never empty. The video was from Anam's laptop webcam, time-stamped 2:51 a.m., the night she vanished. In the clip, Anam was asleep. Then, movement. From the far corner of the room, a figure slowly emerged. Not from the door, not from the window. It was already in the room. Tall, hooded, face hidden. It stood silently, watching her for minutes, then moved toward her. The footage cut out. The authorities never identified the intruder. Anam's body was never found. But her diary, her fears, her disappearance, they linger like a whisper in the corridors of North Valley University. And to this day, students say, if you walk past room 207 at night, you can still hear the click of a turning doorknob, even though no one's inside.